I want to give props to you in case the viewers missed it. Like you say, you was able to write. You co-wrote "Trapped" with Tupac.
100%. Yeah, he
Yeah, man.
I wrote it, and the famous story is I threw it away, and he pulled it out the garbage can, and he was like, "Why you throw this away?" And I just thought it was kind of off topic from what I was trying to write, but it was how I was feeling, and what's in you got to come out of you. And he said, "Well, let me do something with this," and I'm like, "Bet." And then he went in, wrote the rest of the song, and it became his first single, and it was timely because it's something that we was all going through. We all felt persecuted by the police, and ironically, all these years later, some damn near 30 years plus later, we still dealing with the same shit.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And that's a powerful record. That ain't just like no dance song or no, you know what I'm saying? Trap. Y'all really saying some deep stuff. And like you say, it's timeless. It's still relevant. A person could listen to that song right now and feel the same way that y'all felt when y'all put that together, man. Wow,
100%.
wow. Let me see. Man, you touched on a lot of stuff. Oh, okay. Now I wanted to ask you. Okay, now Mac Dre, he came out with an album called Young Black Brother, but then it was a Young Black Brother label formed, and Mac Mall was a part of that. All of that was in conjunction.
Yeah, so first the label was strictly Business Records. And it was, Kyrie the producer, it was Renald Powers, and it was Rick Nelson. They got together and was putting out the Mac, and then they started putting out Mac Dre, and then they put out my first record with Get Your Money on it, and it became, I was probably the first Bay Area artist to really break radio as an independent. You know what I mean? I had full rotation on both power stations, and it things took off from there. But not long after that, the label disbanded, and Kyrie named his new record label after Mac Dre's album, Young Black Brother, which was a song. It was like one of Dre's biggest street hits. He was just talking to us, about us, and so he wanted to base the label on that song. He thought it was a perfect representation of what we were, who we were, and what we were going to talk about, and what we was going to dress. And then from that, he signed Mac Mall. Mac Mall So Cold, his first album was one of the best rap album releases by an unknown artist that I've ever seen. To me, I put it up there with Snoop Doggy Style. Like Doggy Style had more money put behind it and a lot better marketing. But everywhere we went with that record, we was out there in Cleveland, we was in Akron, we was in Cincinnati, we was in LA. We was handing his red tape to Crips in LA, and they was loving it. You feel me? And it changed everybody. Like it changed my life, his life. You know, from that record, Tupac came, directed my video for a song called Last Night, directed Mall video Ghetto Theme the same weekend. And if you watch those two videos, that was like Thug Life and the Bay Area and the Crest and our LA folks all rolled into one. And a good portion of the brothers that's in those videos are no longer with us. Pac, my folks, Young Grin, Big Stretch from Thug Life, from Live Squad from New York. Um, a lot of cats that was in it. Big Sight, that are no longer with us. So those videos are a timepiece. It's something to really remind me every time I see them. From time to time, I still watch them, but they remind me of who we are, where we came from, and it keeps me grounded. It reminds me of why we're doing what we're doing. It's not just about money. It's not just a paper chase. It really is about what's funny is the original idea before Thug Life that we had was for the Underground Railroad, and it was a way to get our people out of the situations that we was born into. What America had planned for us to circumvent that. So if you are a dope dealer, you could be the CEO. If you are a pimp or a prostitute. You got the mouthpiece. You could do a pitch. You know what I mean? You could everything that was meant to be poison for us. We turned it into something good and something that would change lives, right? So like the music itself is only one component of it. Really, it's about the mindset. It's about the motivation, the inspiration, the work ethic. You know, like the work ethic we had then helped to create a whole generation of artists that's, Pac would record 5 songs a day. Mac Dre, when he went to jail for a crime he didn't commit, he came home, he wasn't bitter. He went to the studio every day. He probably recorded sometimes 2 and 3 times a day, every single day. And he did a show every weekend. You see what I'm saying? Like we never allowed ourselves to fall into excuses, making excuses. As we used to say, excuses only satisfy yourself, right? They don't change shit. So that I keep that work ethic today with all the other stuff that I'm doing. Like I still work like, like when I was young in the studio. Same energy, same motivation.
Wow, wow, man, you dropping some gems on them, man. Man, I appreciate you sharing all of that. Like you say though, excuses they only satisfy yourself. That's real, real
That's
talk.
it.